Obviously, given the realities in the provincial economy, in the local economy, city revenues are down with respect to recreation usage, transit ridership is down, we've lost population, we've lost business. So it certainly was a challenging budget year like no other. Layered with the fact that we had direct downloads from the provincial government on the electrical balancing pool, as well as with respect to the carbon tax. Where we landed, originally when Council had contemplated our guidelines, last spring we were looking at 3.5%. When the budget team tabled the budget with us this December, we were looking at 2.51%. And after our 46 hours of deliberation, we finally got the number down to 1.52% for 2017. Our intent was, of course, to find operational savings and efficiencies wherever possible, without compromising the quality of services that our citizens have the right to expect from the city. I think we've been able to accomplish that. The 1.52% is based upon a 0.3% direct download from the provincial government for carbon tax and the electrical pool. It's 0.79% for amenities and growth capital, and it's a 0.43% for operational services.
You talked about citizen expectations, and some people are still going to be clamoring for a 0% increase, but maybe just touch on briefly the difficulties in the hypothetical of having gone to a 0% increase.
We certainly hear from the community, there were many people, particularly in light of the economy, saying to absolutely hold the line and if at all possible get to 0%. Council certainly endeavored to do that. At the beginning of the 2 weeks there was lots of discussion around that. That's certainly our aspiration, was to do as much as we could. And over the course of the debate, it became very clear that we didn't want to compromise services to our citizens, but that we would take savings wherever we possibly could. And that's certainly what Council did throughout the process. Had we gotten to 0%, I feel very strongly that it would have resulted in service compromises to the community. And so we needed to balance that fact with the fact that our citizens also have made it clear that crime and public safety is a priority, and they didn't want us compromising on that. Our citizens have made it clear that they want us to deliver on our core services. They expect water to be safe. They expect an ambulance to arrive on time in life and death circumstances. They expect the streets to be plowed, and they expect us to do whatever we can to be financially efficient.
I think it's been an extraordinary session of basically nine days, not whole days, but very close. And Council worked very hard to identify areas where administration could assist them in bringing the budget down, and they succeeded in bringing it down from the original 2.5 to 1.52, and I think that represents a very reasonable increase. Of that, a significant portion is capital and the impact of the carbon levy. So, in fact, when you really look at the bottom line, it's only 0.4% for operating. And so that really is below the level of inflation. But there is a capital contribution towards amenities in our community, and that's been asked for over the last number of years.
And it was mentioned at the end there that you've done quite a large number of budgets over the years. Where does this rank in terms of budgets being difficult to get through and find savings?
Well, I think this is the longest budget, and Council has worked extremely hard during these 9 days. I don't know that it's the toughest budget, because in Ontario we struck some really rough economic times when I was there, but I think that this year in Alberta it's certainly by far the toughest budget I've worked on in this city.